Hey there, everyone. Sorry, a little late. We're having some technical difficulties, but we're here now. Tuesday Tent Talk. I'm the tent guy, and here we are with Dwayne. Dwayne, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us how you got to this point, a little bit about your business.
Hey guys, so my name is Dwayne Giscombe. I'm here in South Florida. We operate in Broward County. I've been in the business for 3 years. I've been living in the United States 8 years. I'm originally from Jamaica. Going in this business, actually, I was always keeping party for years in Jamaica. So I decided when I was looking something to venture in, I went into something that I have some idea about, which it's here, party right now. You
Right.
understand? So basically, that's where I started. It's actually grew way faster than I anticipated, but because I have in the business background from my parents' business, I understood exactly how to handle the growth.
Right. So I was watching your YouTube channel. He has a YouTube channel. He says he hasn't done much with it lately, but I saw you got Shivari chairs. You got other nice things. Like, so what is everything that you rent out?
Oh, okay, so we do chairs, tables, tent, linen, plates, utensils. We're big on balloon decors and actually backdrops. So we're actually like we can't take additional bookings on weekends when it comes down to balloon decor. We're actually booked out 2 weeks in advance when it comes to that.
Really?
So yeah, our chair inventory, we're booked out on weekends, and we have hundreds of Chavaris, but
Right.
we're booked out on weekends on that. So yeah, so that's mainly what we do.
You have some. I saw you had throne chairs too, right?
Yeah, the throne chair, but one of the reasons I don't focus much on it is the space. It takes a lot of space. A
Right.
lot of space that the space that a throne chair can take if I was supposed to have in storage, because I really have it in my showroom. If I was supposed to have it in storage, I can get 4 rows of Chavari in that space.
Right.
You
Yeah.
understand? That's basically 40 Chavaris for me.
Yeah. Exactly. Which is more makes you more money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something's been happening with throne chairs with me. Last year, well, obviously COVID, but the year before that, they didn't go out that much. And this year, they've been going out every single week for the past like 6 weeks. It's crazy. Something
No,
happened.
well, they rent a lot now because my throne chairs are booked out. Like I only have one of each. I have one gold, one silver. The supplier that supplied me, each time I call him for chairs, he's like, "Hey, the container is sold out and stuff." But to be honest, one of the reasons is there's a lot of baby showers since this whole lockdown. A lot of babies are out there now,
Oh,
so
okay.
that's why there's an increase. And then secondly, you remember all those weddings got held back. So now we have when normally you let us say have 10 weddings in your area, now you have 20 weddings.
Right.
So there's no like reserve chairs out there. You need more. The demand is higher than the usual. So that's why.
Right. So, what size tents do you have?
The biggest we go is 20 by 30. Now I'm looking to go 20 by 40. I'm looking to go 20 by 40 like very soon. Up to last week, someone was speaking to me about it. But to be honest, Adam, the way how I do it is if someone calls me now, a customer calls me and needs a 20 by 40, and they're taking tables, chairs, and etc. for that tent, I'm gonna go invest in it
Right.
because it's worth it, and it's something that I know once I market it, I can get it out there.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go back to balloon
Yeah.
decor. So, is that filling up balloons with helium and making arches and columns and stuff?
No, no. Well, it's not helium. It's regular air. It's
Okay.
regular air into it. But then it's all about what you say now, a technique, having a vision of what will look good. Like I can't do it. I can't do it at all. You understand? That part of the business is my wife. My wife does that part of the business. I know nothing about that. All I do
Okay.
is ensure balloons are transported.
Gotcha. Um, I'm assuming you have some sort of air compressor to fill them up. Someone's not just blowing them up.
Yeah, yeah. But we also do helium. We do helium, but the helium is not the big part of the business. The big part of the business is mainly this light. I know this glare maybe. Yeah, the big part of the business is mainly the we call them the organic garlands, the garlands. So you see those around the backdrops and stuff. Now the part that I ensure is that we have enough backdrops for these balloon work, and a lot of people, they don't necessarily need a backdrop. They just need the balloon work done. So backdrop wise, I have an inventory of 8 backdrops, and I can tell you, like, each week, and maybe I have one left back.
So, like, what are people doing the backdrops for? Like, this is where people are taking pictures, or this is
well, pictures, and also the backdrop section for, like, let us say they're having a wedding and they have the Mr. and Mrs. sign on the backdrop.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, like first time I could actually post our balloon works that we do based on having the time to, but now Adam, like this week we did about 4 balloon work, and there's no time to post it. Like I'm either tired and can't get to post, or so I post them like weeks after when there's a downtime.
Right, gotcha. So I
Yeah.
saw in your YouTube channel, which is just because how do you say your last name again?
Giscombe's Event Rentals.
Yeah, so it's typed exactly like he typed his name on YouTube if you want to go check it out. So you have a box truck, right?
Yeah, the box truck. Did I talk about the box truck in the YouTube video? Because I don't think I got the box truck yet. At that time, I had the trailer alone.
Oh, it was it looked, when you were taking Shibari chairs off, it looked like it was higher up when I was watching a video earlier.
Oh, okay, well, so maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe.
Okay, so how do you transport everything around?
Okay, so we have a 12-foot trailer, and we recently bought a 20-foot box truck. Now that box truck, that whole purchasing of the box truck, I remember one day you were talking about box trucks, and I was like, geez, I need to get one of these. Based on even though you were talking about how the 10 poles holding it and all that stuff, and all that, I'm like, geez, I need to get one. And it so happened that I was looking on 16-foot box trucks, and I was seeing some used one. Now, for me, presentation is key. How I present myself when we go to customers and stuff, that is key for me. Now, the used ones, I didn't like how they looked. So I ended up going to a place that is north from me and asking them if they have any used truck, and they're like, no, we don't have no used 16-foot, but I have one new 16-foot gas available. I'm like, okay, let me see it. And they showed it to me, and I don't regret it up to today.
Yeah, that works. It's been working good for you. It. Cool. So
yeah, we have to actually load it twice on a Saturday since recent.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah, now, we start our deliveries from Thursdays.
Now, if you were working on your trailer, how many times would you have to fill that up?
Adam, it's coincident how this box truck came around. I went to do a COVID shot, and they didn't see my name on the list, and I was upset because you know when you take an hour out of your day to go do something otherwise than your business, it's like it holds you back. Yeah, so I was upset, but I wasn't like fussing about it. And I said to my wife, you know what, the box truck place is up this way. Let me go look to see if they have any box trucks. And I went and I got the box truck, and up to maybe since week, I said to my wife, I don't know what I'll do with that trailer. Like having the trailer alone would be madness. Now, all I let the trailer do is just folding chairs and table. The trailer doesn't even do Shavaris again. Really. Only pickups when after the event.
Yeah. So how are you storing everything when it's not being used or in transport?
Okay, so we have storage units. Okay. I have my garage at home, and I have a warehouse space. I have a warehouse space where we have a showroom there. We have a front desk. My office is full of linens.
Okay.
Linens and plates.
Yeah. So how many different plate patterns do you offer? Is it just the main white and ivory?
Yeah. Main white. My whole focus business wise is volume.
Right.
I do volume. Like I tell people this all the time, especially people that work for me. I like to open the warehouse on a Saturday and I see it empty.
Right.
You understand? If I open it on a Saturday and it has 50% of inventory, that means we're doing something wrong.
Right.
You understand? That's the same way with the storage space that we have. I told you I have 8 backdrops. If I open that and I'm seeing more than 50% of backdrops in there on a weekend, we need to do something.
Right. So you're down in Miami. What is your season all year round, or does it slow down certain months of the year?
All right. So I was just talking about this before we were talking to you. My first year in business, all I had was polishers and tables. All right. That's my first year. My second year, COVID hit.
Right.
All right. My third year, this is my third year. I don't know when is the fast time or when
Okay.
is the
Okay.
slow time.
Okay. Okay.
All I know, I've been busy from day one up to now. The only time was slow for me was when COVID, the first 3 months of COVID, I maybe had 2 deliveries a weekend. And to be honest, it wasn't slow where I was getting a beat. No, why? What saved us is that we do balloon work.
Right.
So you find out that someone might not be having an event, but a lot of people that would call, hey, it's my wife's birthday. Can I get a balloon garland? Hey, it's my husband's birthday. Can I get some balloon work? And they do the drive-by events. So you find out my tents were going out, my balloon work was going out, but I wasn't going out with chairs.
Right. Okay. Well, that
You
works for you.
understand?
Yeah, that works
Yeah.
for you.
So honestly, I give thanks for that.
That's awesome. That's good.
Yeah.
For me, the backwoods towns, they still had parties every weekend because they didn't care. The fancier towns were afraid the cops were going to get called, so they didn't have their parties. But you know, the people from around where I live, they had their parties, so I still had a decent amount of work.
Yeah. But my corporate customers, I maybe had corporate twice. I have a corporate event tomorrow with a new hotel that's down here, AC Hotel, AC Marriott Hotel. It's a new one that's in a tourist area. So I have that event tomorrow. That's one of my first corporate hotel events since COVID, but it's not even an event they're having. It's actually a photo shoot for the new hotel.
So what do you mean red carpet? Like red carpet with backdrops?
No, corporate.
Oh, corporate. Sorry.
Corporate. Yeah. So that's my first. Otherwise, I had a corporate company that deals with cars. The event that I had for them was actually one of their employee died from COVID. So otherwise, there's no marketing event happening.
Right.
Yeah. So hopefully it start back in a few months.
And how many employees do you have?
We're basically at about 4 to 5, but then it depends. Like on weekends, weekends vary versus during the week. On weekends, I try to get the 2 trucks out on a weekend, and during the week is only like a Monday, Thursday, and Friday. Otherwise, because I try to get tents out from Thursday because we don't know if rain is gonna fall, and then if we can get tents out, then we have more room to do chairs and tables and balloon work on a Saturday, on a Sunday. So I put my tents out at least 2 days prior, and I pick them up 2 days up to 2 days after the event.
Right. So you're doing a lot of tables and chairs. You got your shibari chairs and stuff. Are those going to under your tents mostly, or are they going to like venues?
Well, with the high numbers, like 150 chairs, those are going to venues. Because it's a 20 by 30 tent, you find out that what, 60, mainly 60 to 80 seats. You understand? So my wider volume is going more to venues. But one of the reasons I kind of did this business in stages, where once I went that 20 by 30 tent, I realized I was entering, especially at COVID time, I was entering the wedding market. So that's when I went into plates, utensils. I went bigger in the linen aspect. So now I find a lot of weddings start and the bar counters and stuff. So that's when I realized a lot of weddings start to reach out to me.
Right. So how are you washing the dishes and stuff?
Manually. I haven't purchased yet. Yeah. I haven't purchased a dishwasher yet. Like trust me. It's not easy. I had my first experience of helping to wash glassware yesterday. 100 champagne, 100 and something champagne glass and 100 and something water goblets, and I was tired because the day before that I only had 90 minutes sleep. 90 minutes sleep time. I came home for 4:30 and was out again by 6:30, and then the following day I got I think 4 hours sleep or 3 hours, and then last night to be washing plates, glassware, it's rough.
It is.
Rough.
I've washed them too because we have to like pre-soak them because they come back dry and kind of wipe them off and then put them in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
It's down a little lower, and after a little while, it hurts your back.
Yeah. Trust me. But then, honestly, like my wife and my mom takes care of that aspect of it. To be honest, they ensure that part is done. So last night was my first experience because everybody was burnt.
Right.
My wife was burnt from the week because I know she does the balloon work, so I had to help.
Right.
I had to help.
Is this your full-time job?
Well, I work with I'm still employed with the airlines. That was my first job here and here in the country. 'Cause I've been here 8 years. I haven't gone in for over a year. I've gone in 2 days. 2 days. I really planning to resign, but then it's just when they force me to, basically.
Right.
When they say, "Hey, this is the day," you understand? But then, to be honest, this is my full time, and it has been my full time even when I had that job. Because if you don't look on it as full time, you never get big in it.
Right, exactly.
You understand? You cannot look on your own business as your second priority.
No, it's you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So you said your plan for the future is to do the 20x40. What are your other plans? Like, where do you see yourself going?
Okay, well, the next move, because I need a bigger warehouse right now, but I'm trying to hold out because I want to buy a commercial property. So in buying that commercial property, I'm looking to put 2 venues on it. So I'm also looking out right now and kind of, like the way I do things, I don't like force myself to, hey, you gotta save towards this. But once the mine is there, I'm actually getting there. So it's really a commercial property. I look into the 2 venues on it, and I see a next box truck coming very soon also. But then one of the main priorities is the commercial property.
How many people will fit in these venues? Like how many
the venue that I'm looking for?
Yeah, how many people do you want to, like, party-wise, do you want to be able to accommodate?
I don't think I want to go more than a room with 150.
Okay.
Each room having about 150. And it all depends on the size property I can afford when I'm doing it. You understand? Because I can say 2 venues, and where I can afford can maybe only have 1 venue. And you know how it is with these cities, they have different rules and different restrictions. So it all depends on that too. You understand? But that's where my mind is like I'm trying to create that whole one-stop shop experience.
Right.
You understand? So a lot of venues are limited to what chairs they provide, what tables. Now, if I am doing it all round, then you have no limit. You can come here, you get everything done.
Right. Are you going to do the food as well?
Nah, but I have good caterers. Like I'm not a caterer. I'm a party rental company.
Right.
I'm not a jack of all trades and a master of none.
That's the way I see it too. If I ever do get a venue or anything, I'm going to do the same thing. They hire their own caterer. Nothing.
Definitely.
They're just
because that's how you get bad reviews. You try to cover everything and you're not perfect in nothing.
Yeah. Food's a whole different thing. Like, all the prep, the day before, the day of. Yeah, it requires a lot of work. Not something I want to get involved in. Yeah, just let someone who's more professional with that do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So here's an idea for you. Just like, if you can find a venue that has like that sliding wall, then you could do like a big corporate event in the middle of the week for 300 people, and then on the weekend split it for 150.
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't even thinking that way, but that's true. That's like how the hotels do it.
Right.
A lot of the hotels. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That makes sense because seminars will be bigger.
Yeah, middle of the week, a Tuesday, Wednesday night. Get 300 people in there. It's probably also hard to find a building that has that wall. You may have to like come up with something.
Yeah,
but it's an option because weddings really only happen on the weekend.
Yeah,
corporate events happen on weeknights after work.
Yeah, that's true. And then one of the reasons why I really want to get a place for myself, a property that I own, is that I've been like brainstorming. I haven't like physically looked on the prices of it, but for some reason I've had an interest in portable toilets.
The restroom trailers?
No, the portable toilet ones. I know the restroom trailers are new, but for some reason I'm just fascinated by portable toilets. Honestly, I just like to see like even a construction site, and I see it there for months.
Yeah, you got to do your own research. I've only done a little bit of research into it, and for the amount of money it was per week, I think it was like 150 per week. Plus, you got to go extract the waste and stuff. I was like, I don't really want to do that right now. But obviously, it makes a lot of money. People do it.
Yeah.
We got a few big companies around us. We got 2 big companies, and you see them everywhere. Don't sleep on the handicap accessible ones either. Like you need those as well, and those can go out to weddings too.
Makes sense.
There's a few barns around me. There's a few barns around me where they don't have a handicap accessible restroom because it's a barn. So they have to put a handicap porta potty right outside the door for people, and it just stays there all summer long. Let's see, what's this? Yardman, Florida Chew, still have DI accent and everything. Brenton is saying bless up to you. So I visited Jamaica, but my visit was
bless up, Brenton.
yeah. I visited Jamaica, but it was more of a honeymoon kind of thing. It was that Sandals resort, and they try to keep you stuck there. But we went to that waterfall thing Sandals. Sandals. You know that waterfall thing
Dunn's
everyone goes to?
Dunn's River Falls.
Yeah, Dunn's River. That was fun. That was cool. And then we went to the Bob Marley Museum.
That's cool.
So do your parents still own the party business down in Jamaica?
No, well, it's not a party business. It's sports store. It's a sports store. It's one of the largest sports stores in Jamaica. So like we do a lot of supplying to a lot of sports stores down there and things. So even before coming here, I was in operation of it and stuff. So I learned a lot. Business wise, and it's a business that I saw growing coming from selling out of a 40-foot container.
Oh wow! Is this your wife? She was cleaning chargers
from a 40-foot container. So until we have one of the largest stores. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We have charger plates going out tomorrow.
That's cool. Chargers are a big. Chargers are a big thing. We have gold and silver. Do you have like more colors than that, or do you just kind of stick to the gold and silver as well?
I have gold and silver, and I have a teal color. But as I told you, I do volume. So anything that's not gonna move over 100 on a weekend, to me, it doesn't make sense. If it's not gonna move out, yeah.
You're not gonna buy purple ones because they're not gonna go out every single weekend.
Yeah. As in, I don't like to see things sit. If things sit, it annoy me.
Yeah, exactly.
As in, I don't like to be to be honest, if I have to be doing too much detailed cleaning of an item, that means it's collecting dust.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, anything that's collecting dust doesn't make sense.
So I assume you said linens, so you own your own linens. So we have a question. How do you clean and steam your linens?
Okay, so we used to do it in-house until we started to, because I bought a commercial steamer, the handheld one and stuff. But then we started to get over 30 linens on a weekend. And so we had to find a dry cleaners. I found a guy in Miami. I drive 40 minutes to him until our volume went up to over 60, 70 linen in a weekend. And then he started to send somebody to us to pick up from us and all that.
Oh, that's cool. So like, what is your profit after you have to send it to him to clean? Because obviously he's charging you. Do you make good money on the linen still?
Mentally, I think it's maybe mentally it works out to, when I did a calculation, it worked out to be maybe like $7.50 profit per linen, but then you and I know the price we get these linens for.
Right.
So once these linens are maintained, and if they're not maintained by the customers, they pay for it. So it's like it's always gonna be in rotation. You understand? Once it's in, it's in. Once customers damage it, they pay for it. And these are things when we go back to venues, we have to open these linens, make sure there's no candles, wax, there's no burn on it, and all that. If guys come back in with it burnt, then it's coming out of their paycheck because they should have checked it before.
Right. So you're making $7 a linen, and now you don't have to do the hard work because honestly, linens suck when you have to clean them and iron them yourself. So you outsource
But then I
that.
remember you were saying,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I remember you were saying that you get your linens from a company that ships it to you. But then one of the reasons why I didn't even look into that is that for the linen to be mine, and I have a lot of last minute people. Like even this weekend, about 20 pieces of linen went out last minute. The person called me Saturday evening, say, hey, I'm like, hey, we're closed tomorrow. And she's like, hey, but I need 10 pieces of linen. And I'm like, okay, as long as you can meet me 7 o'clock in the morning for it, and come on. She took the 10 pieces of linen, and we take a security deposit. We got back the linen the Monday. Everything was good. Linen is out to somebody else by the next weekend.
Yes, that is. We have to turn down linen rentals because if they ask for it Friday,
Yeah,
obviously UPS is not going to be shipping it to me on Saturday morning. So yeah, we do turn them down. I do think it is a smart idea to have like white and ivory on hand. It does suck cleaning them, but I decided to do it the other way because this wedding wanted pink, this wedding wanted purple, this lady wanted green, and I was like, I'm not buying all that. So it works out like when you're doing like really big weddings and 40 wide, like 40 by 100 tents, and you got so many linens and napkins, then you can provide every single color that every single person would ever want and still make money. But I like the way you do it, that you have the white and probably ivory too, right?
I have a lot of colors. I have
Oh,
a
you do?
lot of colors. But let me tell you how I really do it. Now, um, I learned this from the business in Jamaica. Now, you remember, Adam, when it's you answering the phone, you can remember everything that is being in demand, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you have other people working with you and they're answering the phone, they're visiting customers, you are hearing something else, they're hearing something else. So we have a system that we have where everything that's being requested, it's being written down. No matter if it's asked for 10 times throughout the day, it's being written on the 10 time. Now, what you do at the end of the 2 months, you do a tally of the highest demand items, because I can give you a joke. I had a wedding coming up, I had 150 people. The event planner said to me, hey, I want this mauve linen, such and such. I'm like, nobody's asking for mauve. Why am I going to buy mauve? I'm not going to invest in it. She's like, doing, buy it. If nobody rents it, I'm going to keep renting it from you. Now, this is velvet linen, okay?
Okay.
Now, these linens are, the supplier that I got it from is basically $35 to $40 a piece for it, all right? Now, I invested in over 20 pieces of it, plus over 100 and something napkins. Let me tell you something, Adam. From I've got these linen, they keep moving. They keep moving. They keep moving. Well, guess what? Maybe people was asking for it before, but I didn't know because there was no system for you to know. Now,
Right.
otherwise, from that, we started that system, and I saw where people were asking for snow cone machine. I got snow cone machine. I have snow cone machines going out now. You understand? So as much as I don't do bounce houses, but I do snow cone machine, I do popcorn machine, I do cotton candy machines. But then I am where the demand is. That's why I tell you I'm a volume person, because
Yeah.
it's just like one of my event planners the other day say, hey, she have a kids party coming up. She wants me to buy a certain pattern, linen and such. I told them, no, I'm not buying it. Like, I'm going to invest in that, and it might not move until once a year. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Right.
You understand? So at the end of the day, also, it's not what we like, it's where the demand is. Because
Yes.
that's what paying my bills.
So I've talked about this before. We have a sheet of paper by the computer, and when there's things that are asked for that we don't have, it's written down, and then we got Roman numerals next to it. And once it gets to 10 asks, that means it's a pretty good investment. and then we'll go ahead and buy that thing. And that's what I tell everyone to do. Like, keep track of what people are asking for, because then you'll know where to put your money into next.
Yeah, that's true. That's the only thing gonna keep us here. Because if we keep buying what we like, then we are gonna keep it. We are gonna hug it up. It's like Chavaris. Listen, I only have my silver Chavaris is 1/4 of the amount of gold Chavaris I have.
Right.
Silver doesn't go out. So what I do, I keep increasing my gold volume.
Right. That goes in waves. Gold will start to fade. Gold's big right now. Silver was big for a little while, and then like mahogany or fruitwood was big for a little while. So you'll see those pretty soon. Your golds will kind of sit, and a different one will go out more. But might as well just keep them, because it's going to come back. Yeah.
I'm not getting rid of the silver, to be honest. And so that right there. So it's all about the volume. Is like, the Chavari bar stools, right?
Yeah.
Most companies have 20 of it.
Right.
I have 33, and I can tell you, I run out. Where even last weekend I had to get 15 from a friend.
Really?
You understand? So it's just a matter of what's in demand.
Yeah. Where are you buying your Chavari stuff from?
Oh, Chavari sales. Chavari Care Company. Yeah.
That's where I got my wood ones. I got my resin ones from Flash.
Oh yeah, I get all my Chavaris there. I was buying from Global before, but then Global moved out of here. They moved out of
Chavari chair sales is not that far from you, right?
They're like 30-minute drive, 35. That's where even my dry cleaners is. Everybody's in Miami. Everybody's in Miami.
So you can just order them and go pick them up yourself and save on shipping.
Yeah. So what I do, I try to do a lot of local suppliers, because that whole on-demand thing, I like to know that if I'm overbooked by 20, I can just run and go get 20 from you, versus turning down that sale for the 20.
Yeah. Where do you get your tents from?
The tents, I get them from Economy.
Okay. They're not near you though.
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah. They're also in Miami. Like, let me tell you, a lot of other companies that I know, they have told me about the other tent supplier that does good tent. Their tent price is even $500 cheaper than what I bought my 20 by 20 for. But for me, the customer service, when I requested a quote, it wasn't on par, so I went to the Economy. Economy was $500 more, but I've never had an issue with the customer service up to now.
Okay. If you get into frame tents, Economy has them, but there's another company down there called Tent Renter Supply. I don't know where. I just know they're in Florida. I don't know.
Florida?
Yeah, Tent Renter Supply is in Florida somewhere, so they might be fairly close to you too.
Okay.
And
but they do what? Tina, what kind of tent they do?
Oh, I buy my frame tents from them, but they do all tents.
Okay.
Let me look it up real quick. Tent Renter Supply, Florida. They're in Tampa.
Oh, Tampa.
Yeah. So.
Okay, because I do frame. I can't do pole tents down here. Pole tents would only go at certain time of the year.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they do frame. I like their frame tents a lot.
Okay.
Are you doing West Coast frame with the peak you have to put together in the middle, or are you doing the high peak with that fake center pole?
No, the one with the frame in the middle.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, in the middle. Where the 20 by 20 is in the middle and the 20 by 30s are to the top at each side.
Yeah.
That's the one I do.
Okay. I would suggest, if you can find one, try getting a 20 by 20 high peak. You'll find that it goes up a lot faster and a lot easier.
I've been looking on those high peak, but the high peak without the pole in the middle, right?
Yeah, it sits on cables, so it doesn't go all the way down. It sits on the cables. Yeah, it's a lot less pieces.
If you have a supplier that you got it from that you know is good, you can always just send me a message with it. And because I've been looking into it.
Tent Renter Supply. That's where I buy them from.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had ones that lasted 8 years. And they were still pretty good, but I just wanted brand new tops.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I can even
On your frame tents, do you stake them or do you use weights?
I stake it. If it's on concrete, I use the water barrels. Um, yeah. So that's what I do.
Okay, so why do pole tents only go out a little bit for certain times of the
Meaning,
year? Because you just said that you do frames because the pole tents don't go out that much.
because no. If I'm supposed to do the pole, it's the wind. It's windy.
Oh,
Yeah, it's windy, so it's not gonna be that, like, trust me, even today I had 3 tents out there, no, 2 tents out there that I had to pick up today. And the rain and the wind and all that, and I know the pole tent wouldn't hold up properly.
yeah. I was thinking about that before we got on.
Yeah.
Hurricane season, tropical
Yeah,
storms.
hurricane season. Like I had a one out there the day a hurricane was supposed to come, a frame tent, and honestly, when I went out there and we're pulling it down, that tent was dancing. So I know if it was a pole tent, I would have seen it on a house.
Yeah, okay. I get why you gotta do frame tents. That's smarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are your frame tents what do you call single barrel, or are they thicker, double barrel, or real thick?
I don't what, you talking the poles?
Yeah.
No, these are light. These are light. So it's not the heavy ones that they normally have prior. This is a newer one where it's aluminum, I think. I don't
But
understand the single barrel and the double
I
barrel.
know. Single barrel is just like one barrel that's about 2 inches and just like one hole through the whole thing. Double barrel looks like that basically.
No, single barrel.
Okay.
Single barrel. I've never ever seen a double barrel.
So Tent Renters Supply uses the double barrel, which is a lot stronger and can probably make it through some of your more medium-sized winds.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna check them out.
Yeah, they're cool. The guy, I called the guy the other day for something, and he recognized my area code. He's from my town. He moved down to Tampa and bought a tent manufacturing company. It was a small world.
Oh, because the thing is that there's nobody I know in this business that I was able to ask questions. So it just so happened that I was just blessed to know, and to know that the people that I ended up started doing business with have been good, like with the supplies that they're giving me so far. And like I've been watching you guys videos and stuff and learning from it and all that. So it's not like I had somebody to call and say, "Hey Adam, where do I buy this, or where do I get this, or can I come see how you do this?" I had to YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube, like watching your YouTube and watching what his name in Canada YouTube.
Les Gorthbellion.
Yeah.
Yeah, some weird stuff happened in the past few years where everyone's just like sharing, and there's all those Facebook groups. I see you on some of the Facebook groups.
Yeah. But the thing for me is I started to do those YouTube videos, but I just got so, like, I have like 14, 15-hour days a lot of time, man. It's crazy. And a lot of time I'm going to a venue and I'm like, hey, this is a big setup. Let me try to video it. And then by the time I reach and the work start reaching, you forget everything about videoing.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of things that I could video, but as soon as I show up, I'm just focused on doing the thing. So, and then I forget. This is a good question for you. How do you market? You must have a lot of competition locally.
Okay, so the competition is big, but I remember the other day you did a video and you guys were talking and you were saying you don't do Instagram and you mainly do.
It's not big around me. I see your Instagram is.
Yeah. So what it is for me, especially since the pandemic, because I know things were going to slow down, I decided to invest $350 a week in Instagram. And I did that for months. Upon months until my followers grew to about 4,000 something. And then I decided for the past month and a half to stop, because I had no more room to take any new business off of Instagram, like gaining followers and stuff. So I stopped. Now, because of, and how I know it's the Instagram been working, we we got a warehouse space since year. Now it's only Instagram and Google Maps has the office phone number. Everybody else that I've dealt with or Flywires has my cell number. And I can tell you, today we sent out like maybe 10 to 12 quotes, and that's based on phone calls coming into the office. So I know that's Instagram right there. And we haven't been marketing for over a month and a half, and we stay busy. Now, how I view Instagram is I am allowed to market to my demographic. I choose where I want to market to, the age group I want to market to, and I market to it. Now, I see Instagram as the yellow pages for people.
Right.
So nowadays, nobody goes to Google that much. So only older folks go to Google and type in party rental company in my area. Honestly, everybody, let me tell you what they do now, Adam. They see an ad on Instagram about a party rental. Oh, I'm gonna check these guys for my birthday. Oh, I'm gonna check these guys when I'm graduating. Oh, my son is graduating this time. Because a lot of time I go to the customers like, oh, hey, how you found us? You know, it's funny. I was following you guys on Instagram, and I so happen to need you now. You
Nice.
understand? So it so happened that I'm basically in their yellow pages.
Right. It's interesting. I talked to a lot of people, and it's in some areas where Instagram is big for marketing business, and then other areas it's just not at all. I don't quite understand it.
It's true. It's gonna be demographic because it's not everyone. It depends on how technologically inclined an area is, a town is, because it's just like the things we do here in Florida. I'm not going to go to North Carolina and see the people doing it here. North Carolina is totally different. I've been to North Carolina before, and I was wowed to see how it's just totally different from down here. Right. You understand? So I understand what you're saying.
Your wife also says, and references.
Yeah, like we stress on customer service a lot. Why? I've seen customer service customer service, giving good customer service, and the referral from that has brought in bigger business than a lot of newcomers. So it's just like if you want to plan, let us say, your wedding, for the chance for you to go to somebody that you researched versus getting a reference from somebody to go invest $2,000, $3,000 with, you would prefer to go with the referral. You understand? Right. Because that's somebody that got their money's worth.
Right.
You understand? So referrals help us a
lot. David wants to know your Instagram. Your wife answered. Your wife's on top of this. I hope you treat her well. That's his Instagram right there.
She's the boss lady.
She's the boss lady. I think she made a friend too. I think Lakeisha and her are going to keep talking after this. Because Lakeisha said she doesn't have anyone. She's in the same place. She has no one to talk to. It's frustrating because no one wants to share their knowledge. Yeah, Lakeisha, I'm probably saying your name wrong, but join the Facebook groups. There's one called Party Rental Knowledge, Event Rental Classifieds, where they sell things, but people also talk about things. There's a bunch of party rental Facebook groups.
Trust me, when I found you guys helped a lot with detail of certain stuff. Yeah, so I might not get to watch you every week, but I'll sit down like maybe one day and watch 2-3 videos, and then I keep it moving again.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've been trying to share information with the people like around me, and they didn't want to listen. And I was just like, I'll just make a YouTube channel and just talk about what I know.
It's so funny. I saw today. You did that on
the sidewalls.
The sidewalls. You know, my first sidewall I had put up. I was like, how am I going to take this down without it touching the ground? So what I did, I left the middle piece up, the center of it. One guy to one end, another guy to the other end. Came in, closed it, so it's in half. One of the guys went to the middle, released the middle, and then they folded in half.
Right. On a tarp on the ground?
No tarp, and it didn't touch the ground.
Oh, it didn't touch the ground. Okay.
Yeah, it didn't touch the ground. But one thing I saw you did, which is smart, you put it in a bag. Yeah. I don't have mine in bags, so I'm going to start putting it in bags.
Laundrybags.com.
Yeah, laundry bags. Okay, laundrybags.com. I put my Shavari cushions in laundry bags.
Yes, laundrybags.com, and you buy their biggest one. And if you got window walls, you buy one color. You got solid walls, you buy a different color. You got 7 foot tall is a different color. You know, 7 foot tall windows are in blue. 8 foot tall windows are in red. 7 foot solid are in white. 8 foot solid are in black. You know, just so that your guys can just go grab and they know exactly what's in there.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Though the only thing I have an issue with now is how I'm storing my tent poles. I'm just struggling like I built a rack, but I'm struggling in like I just think there's a faster way to get it done. Because what I do, I group them based on the tent sizes and I color coordinate it. So all reds is 10 by 20s, all greens is 20 by 20, all yellows is 20 by 30. But then the thing is that when the guys go out and do 2 tents and they're supposed to put those in the right containers, you find that it doesn't always happen. You understand? So
yeah.
So that's the problem right there.
So like you have the entire 10 by 10 tent grouped together to take?
Yeah.
Okay.
Based on a set. So this is one so you'll have everything that is red is 10 by 20. So you pick up one piece of each.
Gotcha.
One piece of each in red. So once you go with the 3 pieces, you know that's your full 10 by 20 right there.
Gotcha.
You understand? Because they're different heights.
I don't know. I never got a frame tent from Economy, but generally when frame tent people, they all kind of have this color that they've all agreed upon that's sprayed on the inside of it. So red is a 14.9 pole. I forget. Blue is a 19.9. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. These guys that put colored end caps.
Gotcha.
Colored end caps. You understand? But then I've seen and I asked you before, I saw a party rental company. They have the poles in the trucks and they stay in there and they're loose. So I was wondering, like, is it that when these guys are going, they just know take out 4 or this, take out 5 or this, take out?
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Okay, so is it faster to you? You think it's faster?
Yeah, so we all know, plus I have a sheet of paper that says how many you need for each size tent. So we're loading a 20 by 20. So you got to take 4 of the blue poles. You got to take 4 legs, and then we just load them in the truck. And then you're setting up a 20 by 20. You take out what you need. I've seen. Oh, go ahead. No.
Go.
I've seen people build a false floor in their truck. You know, they run some 2x6s down the truck and make a floor. And then they just have their frame tent pieces always on the truck underneath that floor. It's a little hard, like if you have lift gate and this, it only works in like if you're like smaller. Once you get big, like you can't have that fake floor and be delivering 1,000 chairs and trying to get them on the lift gate, because then there's a 6-inch drop. But
all right, so question, Adam. With the there's a question. Okay, so how do you keep a control of knowing if you have enough poles for an order for the weekend? Because that's why I group, because in my system it has the amount of 10 by 20s, we have the amount of 20 by 20, the amount of 20 by 30, so we don't end up overbooking. Now, how do you control if you just have loose poles? Because I assume the reason why you have loose poles is that those same poles can use to make different size tents.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why you keep them loose. So how do you control not overbooking a certain size?
Because I have the exact number of poles that I need for all the sizes of the tents. I think I have 1 or 2 extra just in case one breaks.
Okay.
So if all my frame tents are out, there's enough poles for it, because when I bought that frame tent, I bought the top and the frame together.
Okay, I understand.
But what system do you use?
Good Shuffle.
Okay, so in Good Shuffle, you can make groups. So when your person who's doing the computer, they just put on a 20 by 20 frame tent, right? So it just says 20 by 20 frame tent on the paperwork, right? You can make that into a group.
Yeah.
And instead of adding the 20 by 20 frame tent, you add the 20 by 20 frame tent group. Now, the customer only sees 20 by 20 frame tent, but on your end of the computer, you see 20 by 20 frame tent, and it takes out all the poles that you put into that group. So then, say you only have one or two things left. When someone goes to try to add the next group to someone's new order, that program will tell you you're short this pole or that pole. You just have to take the time and make groups.
Yeah.
Have you seen that on there?
Yeah. I saw it, but actually they're supposed to go through it with me, but it's just the time for me to actually go through.
Oh yeah, I understand that. But yeah,
that's my problem.
If you make groups, then you will know exactly how many steaks you have left for the weekend. Because I mean, I used to run into that issue. I didn't have enough steaks for all my tents.
Yeah.
So with groups, it would tell you when you're getting low on steaks if you didn't have enough, or low on poles or whatever. And that's how you battle that overbooking, because you don't have this one piece or whatever. It takes time because you have to put in every leg, every size pole, every connector piece, and you have to count those in your warehouse too. And that, and then build a group of that. It takes time.
Yeah, that's true.
We got a question here. Let's see. How do you schedule staffing? Do you use an app, or is it just like what you need?
No, well, actually, they have a set where I know the amount of man, based on having 2 trucks, I know that I'm always going to need 2 guys in each truck on a weekend, and somebody's always in the office. I know Mondays we're picking up. So pickup, we have a higher number of people for pickups. Also, the fact that items need to clean. So between Monday, Tuesday, you always need more people because items need to clean to ensure can go back out for the weekend.
Right. So Branton has the same program. You got to make packages, but packages are made up of products. Yeah. So in my program, it's called groups. In your program, it's called packages. So you make a package with all those individual things, and then your computer will keep track to make sure that you always have them.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to them about it.
Morgan says polypropylene feed sacks are cheaper than laundry bags with label with a Sharpie. That's probably true, but the laundry bags are only like $2 a piece, and I like colors better than someone having to pick it up and see what's on the label.
Yeah, the color part is good. That's why I did the tent poles with the bungee cord. Yeah, because the color from afar, you just say, hey, go take up 2 red ones.
Exactly. I got most of my tents in color-coded bags, my sidewalls in color-coded things. I like colors better. I don't mind if the polypropylene is cheaper. I'll pay an extra $1 or $2 for the bag. Plus the bags, they have that that button you push and the drawstring, so then it keeps your sidewalls in there.
But it's just like the glassware. They're color coordinated. Green is champagne glass, purple is water goblets, yellow is wine glass. As in the only person can't find that is a blind person.
Exactly.
You understand? Everybody else can find it. So you don't even need to say go take a water goblet. You say go take 2 yellow cases.
Right. See, we did the same thing. We got them color coded, but we color coded on like champagne is kind of yellow. So my champagne's in yellow. Red wine, I think a red wine, so my wine is in red. Water, I think, blue, so my water is in blue.
Yeah, makes sense.
The name of the program is Good Shuffle Pro. Hey, David, if you go to Good Shuffle Pro, there's a place you can put in a name as a reference. Put in the tent guy, please. They do give me a small commission if you put that in. They give me about $10.
I was using QuickBooks before, but QuickBooks is when you alone doing it. When you have other people doing it, then because listen, I can walk in my warehouse and look, I know something is missing right there. A chair is missing, a table is missing. But when you have other people involved now, then you have to have a system.
Yep. Get the referral, bro. Yeah, please, Brent or David. They offer you a free demo if you put in my name. Well, I think they give it to you for free anyways.
2 weeks or 7 days.
Yeah, put in my name, David. Make a little bit of money. I don't make that much on YouTube. Put a lot of time in. It's nice to get a few bucks here and there. Makes me feel happy. Yeah. But I think that about wraps it up. If anyone has any last questions, if you don't mind, maybe next year we can follow up again and then see how 2021 did it for you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
That's cool. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And thanks, Dwayne, for joining and offering to be on. And I hope you do very well this year. And I hope you get that 20 by 40. And then you get a 30 by 40 and a 30 by 60.
I'm going to need a crane.
Yeah. It's called a tent jack. You hook it on and then pull it up. Honestly, though, dude, like, since you're doing mostly frame tents, I wouldn't go any bigger than 30 wide frame tents. 40 wide frame tents are a beast. Oh, yeah, Brenton's saying you got to get a 40 by 200. Pole tent, that's kind of like just a normal day. Frame tent, that's kind of annoying.
What is the biggest you have?
My biggest pole tent is 40 wide, so I can go 40 by whatever. But generally, we do 40 by 100 as our biggest. We've done 40 by 140. I don't like the look of it because it's like really, compared to how the width, it's very long. It just looks long and skinny. So I like doing 40 by 100s.
Okay.
But my biggest frame tent was 30 by 60. And I never wanted to get into 40 wide frame tents.
Good stuff.
Yeah, they suck. But anyways, thanks, everyone. You want to check out his Instagram? It's just the name you see right there. And his YouTube channel is also this name you see right there. He doesn't make that many videos, but he has one.
I'm gonna try to start back every now and then.
Right. What I do sometimes is I just bring a tripod and I just set it up. It's not a very interesting shot, but at least I'm getting something.
Yeah. All right.
But all right, everyone, thanks for watching and see you next week.
All right, thanks, man.